Westfield Memorial Hospital provides high-quality health care to residents of Western New York, offering patients the most sophisticated medical advancements while keeping the ease and familiarity of a community hospital. Support for Chautauqua Sunrise has been provided by WRFA 107.9 FM, Jamestown's public radio station, streaming online 24/7 at WRFALP.com. Low power to the people. Meter's Restaurant, a family tradition for over 50 years in downtown Ripley, is a proud supporter of Chautauqua Sunrise. Meter's provides all-day dining, banquet services, and custom catering, specializing in pie.
Funding for Chautauqua Sunrise is provided in part by the County of Chautauqua Industrial Development Agency, with offices in Jamestown and Dunkirk, helping businesses to prosper throughout Chautauqua County. For more information on how the CCIDA can assist your business, visit choosechq.com.
From supporting people with disabilities to enjoy great lives, to providing health care services that are available to anyone, the Resource Center has been improving our county for more than 60 years. Learn more about how the Resource Center makes a positive difference in people's lives.
Is getting vaccinated on your to-do list? We can help you check it off, because we make getting vaccinated easy. You've got this, because we've got you. To learn more, visit yougotthis.usaging.org.
From the Access Chautauqua Studios in Mayville, it's Chautauqua Sunrise. Chautauqua Sunrise is hosted by Doc Hamels and supported by the award-winning volunteers at Access Chautauqua. We are here to share local news, colorful interviews, and events of interest to everyone. Chautauqua Sunrise is broadcast live Saturday mornings each week from 9 to 10 a.m. Send events via email or call us live. Check us out on YouTube and Facebook. And now, from the Access Chautauqua Studios, it's Chautauqua Sunrise.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Chautauqua Sunrise. I'm Doc Hamels, and we got a great show in store for you today. We're going to be talking about some really fun events coming up next weekend, and I'm not going to even give you a clue because I don't want to give it away, but I'm going to tell you, mark your calendars and get your calendars ready because we're going to be talking about some things that you definitely want to be part of next weekend. We talk about this all the time. There's so much to do here in Chautauqua County, and if you're visiting this weekend for the first time, welcome. Tourism is a big deal here in Chautauqua County. We got so much going on all the time, and I'm going to be reading some announcements here shortly that you're going to hear about. Of course, you can see things in the newspaper and on Facebook and so forth and social media, but we try our best to let you know what's going on. So first of all, I want to say good morning to wherever you are in the world. We are streaming live. I want to say good afternoon to our friends Natalia in the Ukraine. Please be safe. I want to say good morning to Karen Cockram. I think her and James may be watching down in Kenya. I see she's back doing some work down there, doing good work with the folks and helping children. So Karen, if you're watching, good morning. If not, a lot of times you watch it later on in the day. So that's great. I want to say good afternoon to all my relatives and friends in Europe. We cover just about everywhere in the world. We have, let's see if I can do this. I'm always backwards. Right over that way. Everything's reversed. We have a map that we continually are updating, and we've got many countries that have watched the show and people from all across the United States. So we're very, very pleased that we're able to do that for you. Okay, also, ready? I'm going to do my radio voice. Good afternoon to all my listeners on WRFA 107.9, low power to the people in Jamestown, Tuesdays at 1 o'clock. Thanks for checking in. You know, everything we do here in Chautauqua County, it should be like borderless. Whatever's going on out east or west or north or south or whatever, we share all this information, and it doesn't matter here at the station what part of the county you're in, because we announce whatever we get here, and happy to do that. So how do you do that? So that you get on the radio, on TV with us, all you got to do, and Chris is going to pop this up, look, magic, okay? You can either call us today at 716-753-5225. There'll be an operator waiting to take your call, and they'll somehow magically they put it into my earpiece, and then we hear the person on the speaker. Last week we had Mike from Portland call in. We would love to hear about your fundraiser, your club's event or whatever. If you have an anniversary, a birthday, somebody special you want to recognize, whatever, give us a call. It's free of charge. Also, throughout the week, if you are unable to call in, all right, I'm going to see if I can do this. Down here at the bottom, this is like, those telethons where you can do this. chautauquasunrise@gmail.com. You can email me at this address, chautauquasunrise@gmail.com. Send us a poster, send us the information about your event, or even it can be just informational, like something's happening that the public would like to know. We will try to get it on the air the following week. But remember, we're only live here between 9 and 10 on Saturday morning, so we do the best we can to get the information out. Last I know, Justin, check me, we're still the only live show in Chautauqua County, as far as we know. So we're very proud of that, and we hope to continue. And people say, well, how many shows have you done? This is 580 shows that we've done. That's a lot of Saturday mornings. I have to figure that out sometime, how many actual days, if I started watching the first show all the way through. I think it's like 25 days of nonstop watching TV. No wonder I'm getting older. Okay, so one of the things that I always remind people when they come on the show, especially for the first time, is that we have a mission statement, which is very, very simple here for the show. It's to talk about the good things in Chautauqua County, to talk about the things that are important to people in Chautauqua County, and also shine a light on things that maybe aren't so cool, that aren't so wonderful, but it's part of life in our world here in rural Chautauqua County that maybe we need to talk about, that sometimes is uncomfortable. And I think we do a good job of that. We talk about a lot of different things. But today, I want to make sure that I stick to my guns on this. One of the parts of the mission statement is, and it's in parentheses, that I will not talk about politics. Okay, I very, 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 very seldom talk about politics. So this is what I want to say today, okay? I've talked to enough people in the last 2 or 3 months, and I think people are just feeling that there's a heaviness in their lives. It's one of those, what we used to call floating anxiety, free-floating anxiety, and you just don't know what it is. It's just an uneasy feeling of what's going on around us in our country, in the world right now. And all I can tell you is this is what I do, okay? And feel free to do what you like. But I try to find some place, some people might call it your happy place, your calm place. Take some time to get away from the world so that you don't feel like you're totally oppressed, that you're feeling this heaviness, because you can shake it. You can, if you do this every day. Some people do yoga. Some people meditate. Some people contemplate. Take a walk in the woods or wherever. Walk your dog. Shut off the TV. Stop watching all the news every single day for hours on end. I watch news for like 5 minutes, make sure I see what's going on, and I shut it off. All right? It's heavy right now, and without going into great detail, I hope you know what I'm talking about. So please, for your own mental and emotional health, take a break. Do something happy for yourself. Do something that will lighten your day. I encourage you to do that. And the good news is what we're going to be talking about today for next week, and is going to help you do some of that, because it's going to be fun stuff. Okay? So stick around, and hopefully you'll enjoy what we're going to be talking about here. A couple of quick things also. I mentioned it probably about a month ago. I now joined the I Hit a Deer Club and put in, I don't even know how many thousands of dollars in the front of our Traverse. The deer are what we call are starting to go into rut season, which basically means they're mating, and everybody's got, not everybody, every deer, male deer or female deer, whatever. I'm not quite sure about this. Anyways, hormones are flying in the animal world of deer, and they're on the move, and especially at dusk, you got to watch, because it's hard to see them at that point in the day. But I've seen them in the morning, afternoon, and evening. You just got to be careful when you're driving around Chautauqua County, especially. The deer are everywhere. Last night, we were returning from dinner, and we were out in the back roads, and a deer, we didn't hit the deer, the deer hit us real lightly, Luckily, was no damage, further damage to the Traverse, because we still haven't had it repaired, hitting the same spot in the front end corner. But the deer kind of walked away, kind of shook up. So anyways, they're out there. Please be careful. Second, we're going to be touching on this a little bit, but I want to talk about it in a way that's from a safety point of view, and I think I started this last week. We're getting into grape harvest season, and I speak from personal experience that you got to be careful, especially in the evening. They harvest the Concord grapes and other varieties 24/7, depending on their contracts when they have to harvest. So please be very careful that when you're driving, especially in the evening, trucks are coming and going out of the vineyards, and they might be pulling out into the road. They have the right to be there, and you might be going a little fast, and you may not see them. Just be careful. There's tractors. There's these great big things that look like from outer space that are the grape harvesters. They're like really high, but they're going to be out there. So please, 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 vigilance for the next couple of months. You know, sometimes like to mid to end of October, they're harvesting. Okay, so deer and grape season is upon us. Also, I just want to do a shout out to our engineer who finally got some vacation time. Him and his brother Galen are somewhere out west. I don't know if he's watching right now. But Jeff, if you are, we hope you're enjoying yourself. He sent, I think, pictures yesterday of the Grand Canyon, and I saw some mesas and things like that. So, Jeff, are you out there? Give us a holler. Let us know what's going on. If not, have a great time. Let's see. So I have some other announcements we'll get to, and this is how we do it here. Okay, now, you might say, why in the world are you doing this one? Because it's really cool. Have you been wanting to start composting, Justin? I know you're getting into gardening. No, wait a minute. Think about this. Justin's been buying plants for their home, and he's getting to be quite the gardener. Or maybe you are an active composter and want to make your pile work more efficiently. Join them at Cornell Cooperative Extension of Chautauqua for a hands-on composting workshop on Thursday, October 2, from 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. All right, what are they going to do? In this workshop, natural resources educator Eliza Hensel will demonstrate how to build a successful compost pile, Justin, and discuss compost maintenance methods. The first and 25 attendees will go home with a free compost bin. That could be you. Through this class, participants will learn the process of composting, how to use different compost feedstocks, understanding the microbial action within a healthy compost pile, as well as how to construct a well-balanced pile. In the second half of the class, there will be a hands-on demonstration and the opportunity to build a compost pile together. Participants are highly encouraged to bring their own compostable materials from home to the workshop. All right, so if you're interested, give them a call, 664-9502, extension 203. All right, I'll do it slower, 716-664-9502, extension 203. Okay, and you can learn about composting. It's a really good way of developing material for your gardens and enriches them. I have a composter at home. And everything was going fine until about 2 years ago. The bear discovered it. Flipped it over, tore it apart, and just made a mess. So I've kind of backed off for now. Bears are a pain in my neck some days. All right, we have a slide for this one. Let's go to slide 15, Chris. All right. This is kind of an interesting one. Renowned criminologist Dr. Scott Bond will take audiences inside the minds of the world's most savage and prolific murderers and serial killers live at Reg Linnaeus Center for the Arts, September 20th. That's next Saturday at 7:30 p.m. In this thrilling 90-minute show, Dr. Bond reveals the insatiable psychological hungers that drive the likes of Ted Bundy and Jeffrey Dahmer to kill repeatedly with impunity and no remorse. He explains why the majority of serial killers are either psychopaths or sociopaths and how the two differ. And he reveals that every serial killer is compelled to murder by a unique fantasy need. In addition, Dr. Bond explains our curious fascination with serial killers and true crime. Okay, so what's the deal here? So tickets for this show range from $25 to $40, depends on where you sit at the Reg Linnaeus Center for the Arts. And the box office is open Monday, Wednesday, and Friday from 12 to 5. And also it'll be open 1 hour ahead of time. So if you're interested in tickets for this, 716-484-9999. 7070. Now, of course, you always go down to the box office. So for the Dr. Bond Show, The Criminologist, on September 20th, 7:30 p.m. Okay, the next one announcement is for all of us dog lovers and cat lovers and ferret lovers. I think they do ferrets on this. Yep, I got it right. The Chautauqua County Health Department, in partnership with the Chautauqua County Humane Society and the towns of Ripley, my hometown, French Creek, and Charlotte, will host 4 free rabies vaccination clinics throughout September to help protect dogs, cats, and ferrets, as well as the community from this fatal disease. Okay, here we go. So today, Saturday, September 13th, from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m., you can go to the Chautauqua County Humane Society at 2825 Strunk Road, not Skunk, Strunk Road in Jamestown. That's 10 to 12. Then on Thursday, September 18th, from 5 to 7 p.m., my hometown, town of Ripley Highway Department, over at 50 Ross Street in Ripley. It's 5 to 7. That's Thursday. Tuesday, September 23rd, 5 to 7 is the town of French Creek Highway Department. That's on 10106 Ravelin Hill Road. Okay. And then Saturday, September 27th, from 12 p.m. to 2 p.m., Sinclairville Volunteer Fire Company at 30 Main Street in Sinclairville. Okay, now, how do you participate? Well, dogs, cats, and ferrets 3 months of age and older are eligible for a vaccination. But you got to pre-register, so you got to visit healthychq.com/rabies. All right, let me say that again. This is all one word. Healthychq, all one word. So that's the letter CHQ, healthychq.com/rabies to schedule an appointment. If you're unable to attend, please cancel and so on. So what do you got to do? You got to secure your pet. All dogs must be on a leash. Cats and ferrets must be in individual carriers. Animal carrier handlers will transport animals to the veterinarian for a vaccination. In other words, you show up, they take the animal to the vet. You don't have to do that. All right, so if you want more information, give me a call at 716-753-4481. And that's regarding this rabies clinics. 716-753-4481. Okay, so it's free of charge. Check it out. All right, slide 16. Okay, now is our moment. Now is the moment we've been waiting for. This is their words. With new treatments emerging in the fight against Alzheimer's and all other dementia, now is the time for hope. Now is the time for action. Help them or keep the momentum going in our communities at the Alzheimer's Association Walk to End Alzheimer's, the world's largest fundraiser to fight the disease. Okay, when's this taking place? Mark your calendars, okay? In Chautauqua County, it's going to be on Saturday, October 18th at 9 a.m. October 18th, where? Point Gratiot Park, New York 5 and Point Drive West in Dunkirk. So that's Route 5 in Point Drive West in Dunkirk. There's signs for it, for Gratiot Park. Okay? And if you have more, need of more information, you can go this number's 716-295-9828. 716-295-9828. I had the pleasure one year of actually paying for that walk, and a lot of people come out and support all that sort of thing. Okay, so slide 17, Chris. Let's get vaccinated, all right? Chautauqua County's Office for Aging Services and Wegmans Pharmacy are doing this. Bring your insurance cards and be prepared to fill out a form for Wegmans staff. Dunkirk Senior Citizens at Citizens Center, 45 Cliff Star, Dunkirk. Hang on. It's going to be Tuesday, September 23rd. So let me do that again. At Dunkirk Senior Citizen Center, 45 Cliff Star Court in Dunkirk is Tuesday, September 23rd at noon, 10 a.m. to noon. Then the next opportunity is Covenant Manor, 23 West 3rd Street in Jamestown, Thursday, September 25th, all right, 10 a.m. to noon. So you can get vaccinated at those folks this coming month, all right. Then we got one more slide, and then we're going to take a little breather. First annual Western New York Writers Conference, October 11th from 8:30 to 6 p.m. Includes lunch. $79, general admission. If you're a Lakeshore Center for the Arts member, $59. Limited to 100 attendees. Holy cow. All right, so if you're interested, you can go to Lakeshore Center for the Arts, all one word.com, This is held at 49 South Portage Street, across from Patterson Library. If you're interested and you're a budding or even a seasoned writer, if you're interested, give them a call at 716-224-2135. What's going to happen? It's a day full of workshops, topical presentations, networking with the opportunity to display and sell your own books, meet other writers, consult with industry experts, talk to successful fiction and nonfiction authors, and most of all, become part of the Western New York writing community. All right? So we're going to take a real breather here. We'll be right back. I'm telling you, stay tuned. This is going to be a lot of fun.
So I just moved in with this family, and it's embarrassing. The little one, he likes to go outside and crawl around in the giant litter box. I don't know what he's doing. I mean, I was born and I knew how to use the litter box. Look at that. That's disgusting. Oh, poop already. You're making me nervous. Oh, okay, I can't look at this anymore. I really hope he grows out of this, for his sake.
I just hope I don't have a heart attack.
And we're back. Okay, so it's always fun to see these commercials for adopting animals, and there you go. There's the Stray Cats in Westfield. There's a organization over there, so you can check out if you are interested in adopting a cat. Okay, I said it's going to be fun. It will be fun because we always have fun together. I want to welcome back to the show Marilyn and my friend Libby Sciarino, and we're going to be talking about something called the Westfield Cemetery Tour. And so, who wants to go first? Okay, we'll start with Libby. Libby, what is the Westfield Cemetery Tour? And tell us all about it.
Well, the Westfield Cemetery Tour is an evening of history and intrigue. And anybody who comes to join the tour will have a wonderful time. What it is that spirits come for the evening of people who have passed, and they tell of who they were in their past when they were alive in Westfield. And it's very educational, and it's great for the whole family.
Okay, thank you. And somehow or another, I don't know how this even happened. I've already done 2 of them, and it's always interesting. People say, what are you going to do this week? I say, I'm going to be a dead person. But let me say something right off the bat. When I do that in humor, but now I want to be serious. Like for instance, last year I portrayed Charles Welch, okay, who was the founder of Welch's Grape Juice Company. There's a certain amount of respect and humility that takes place for me personally when I portray somebody, because not only are you reflecting on their lives, but on their accomplishments, and you're sharing information that a lot of people here in Chautauqua County may never even know about. In Libya, I don't even know, and maybe we'll get into this in a minute, but for people to come and hear about these people's lives, these people have been dead sometimes well over 100 years or maybe 150 years. History seems to get lost because we're so focused on what's happening right now, but people don't even realize what a wonderful county is Chautauqua, and especially our part of Chautauqua County, I always call it West County, West or North, of the people that lived in our county 100, 200 years ago, and the stuff that they did, we are now standing on their shoulders. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so this year I'm going to portray somebody else. I'm not telling you. I told you I'm growing my beard for a reason. So we're not going to say who they are, but we'll talk a little bit about maybe what to expect. So Marilyn, what's your role in all this? You're an organizer, I believe.
That's exactly right. You know, I'm just helping. Really, this is Libby's labor of love, and mine as well.
Yeah.
This is so much fun, and we have so much to offer with this tour. So.
Okay. So I now throw this out for just general conversation. So how long has this been going on?
Well, this will be the 6th annual cemetery tour for Westfield.
So I'm sort of becoming like a veteran in this.
And what's really neat about it is that, you know, after doing the research of all these characters over the years, and I do write some of the scripts for people, and of course I want them to tweak it a little to make it their own. Mm-hmm. But once you really start reading about people and what their lives were like, it's really wonderful to have the characters bring them to life. And it really kind of takes it off the paper that you're reading, and it really, you get to think about just for a minute, like, wow, they did have, they had lives like us.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
they just dressed a little differently, and phrases were said a little differently, but people are still
people,
the same.
yeah.
Still the same.
So let's kind of walk through this whole thing. So somebody that's watching right now said, I could be interested in this, whatever this is thing. They're not quite sure what this thing is, cemetery tour. I mean, it's not like just walking through the cemetery and say, oh, there's so-and-so and there's so-and-so. It's a whole lot more than that. So first of all, what are the dates? Let's start there. When is this happening?
Well, September 19th and September 20, which is next Friday and Saturday. Friday is 6 to 9. And Saturday is 5 to 8.
Okay.
Walking tours are available, and wagon rides are available. We have a wonderful attendance for the cemetery tour, and I encourage anybody to come. We have refreshments. We have homemade cookies, little cider, and a little spiced wine. Keep you nice and warm on a cool night. And the actors. Maybe we should talk about the actors.
Yeah, please do. Like who's actually doing the stuff here?
Now the Lakeshore Center for the Arts really has a big hand in this. I kind of recruit actors for these evening, and I'd like to name who they are, but I'm not going to tell you who they're going to be, because that's the fun part. We have Diane Scarpine, Victoria Parker. I will say one thing: they do play relatives. Okay, that's all I'm going to say.
There's a connection in there somewhere.
Yes. And Doc Hamels, we all know him. Rick Matthews.
Oh, Rick's back. Okay.
Yep. John Daly.
Oh.
You're glad to have him back.
We worked together.
Yeah, Joni Caruso.
Joni. Okay.
And David Brown, who's also the head of the Cemetery Association at the Westfield Cemetery.
So when you say actors, these people have been on stage and things of this nature?
Yes, on stage at the Lakeshore Center for the Arts Theater, which is at the Presbyterian Church in Westfield on the 3rd floor. That's something you can also go on to the website. We have Lakeshore Center for the Arts. If you put that right into your little Google machine, and we'll come on up, and and you can look and see what we do. We have all kinds of different programs. Well, what you just advertised earlier was the writing, the writers group, and that's really exciting. And plus, we have a lot of events. We have theater events, and we encourage anybody who would love to try acting, or if you have experience acting and you miss doing it, please come to see us, and we would love to put you to work.
We've had this is week 3 almost of a theme with the Lakeshore Center for the Arts. 2 weeks ago, I had Rick Mascaro, and then last week we had Tim Wright, and that was fun. Tim and I played guitar together for one song, and it's just amazing stuff that's going on in this whole area, especially through Lakeshore. So very, very cool. So what's your role this year, Libby?
My role, well, I'm the lead organizer, but this year I'm not doing a character, but I am doing a tour guide.
Oh.
I will be doing one of the walking tour guides.
Oh, I thought you were going to be a ghost with me again.
No, not a ghost this year. But I guess all the tour guides can kind of be kind of a ghost spirit. And the tour guides, not only we just take you from, spirit to spirit, but we also give you little historical tidbits as we walk along from spirit to spirit. So you're kind of filling in the gaps here.
Yep. Okay, so I've got so many questions in my mind right now. Okay, so they go online, they get their tickets. So how much are the tickets?
All right, the carriage ride is $25 tickets, and the walking tour is $20 ticket. And for children 3 to 17 is $5.
All right. So a family could come out for relatively low cost for a very interesting evening.
And the kids really seem to enjoy it. They really do, because it's intriguing, and it's important to hear history. We do have spirits this year who are what we call visiting spirits. Not everyone is from actually the town of Westfield, but they are from Chautauqua County. Very important figures in our in our county that probably should be talked about.
Let me piggyback to what you just said. This year, the character I'm doing, which I'm not going to tell you who it is, but I will tell you this, that this person is the most unrecognized, important person that I will have portrayed so far. Does that make sense?
No, absolutely.
I mean, when I researched the person I'm portraying, I just sat there and going, holy cow, why don't I know about this person? And this person's from this area, and the work that this individual did was incredible, and to this day is, affecting the lives of lots of people. So anyways, I'm very pleased that you asked me once again. And
Well, you know what? I thought of you when I found him, and I was reading about his life, and I thought, I think Doc would be perfect for this.
Last time I was in a big place, somebody says, this is just for you, and then I saw what the character was, and it's supposed to be a widower over 60 years old. I go, oh, thanks a lot. And now I'm a character that's like 250 years old. So anyways, so people might say, well, is this scary, or will this frighten people or children? What's your read on this?
No.
Not at all.
Not at all.
No.
It's very warm and welcoming. You walk right in. You walk right in through the cemetery. You'll be guided through.
Now, what cemetery is it?
Now, this is the Westfield Cemetery, and you will be parking on the Academy Street side, and there will be people there to assist you and where to park.
Because there's 2 cemeteries in Westfield, yes?
Yes.
Okay, so it's the one.
This is the one right in the middle of town, across from the school, but you're not going to enter from that way.
Right.
You're going to enter from the Academy Street side.
Right.
And you'll see the lights. There's we have everything lit up, and we take your ticket, and right there that's where you can have your refreshments while you're waiting for the tour guides or the carriage ride to
Now,
come by.
when you say take your ticket, if they register online, there'll be
It'll
be a
be
list.
right there. There'll be a list.
Okay.
And I should bring that up. You can get your tickets at givebutter.com/Westfield 2025. You don't necessarily have to put in 2025, but if you do the givebutter.com/Westfield, that'll bring you right to the spot. Click on that, and it takes you right to where it says purchase ticket.
And you just give a credit card and away you go.
Exactly.
Okay, and then they'll have a list of that you're on the list. But there's times, right? You got to pick a time.
There is times where you have to pick, and if anybody needs assistance and you don't want to go on the computer, you can actually go to the Westfield Patterson Library, and they will assist you at the desk.
Oh, excellent. Okay, so if you are in the walking tour, you come to the cemetery and you walk in, and where do they report?
You'll see there's a building there, right as you walk back. You'll be guided back there by the people who are helping you park, or you'll walk in through that way. You'll see all the signs, and the building will be lit up. You'll be able to see people down at that little building. It's a work shed, but we turn it into our little reception building.
And I asked you if it's going to be scary, but I do remember one night you and I were out there just waiting, and all of a sudden the coyotes started howling. Oh, this isn't good. They're coming for me.
They were really close that
They were
year,
very
too.
close that night.
We were a little unnerved.
Yeah.
It was like, oh.
So, Marilyn, you were going to share a story about horses. So
Yeah.
you want to tell that story?
Yeah, I would love to. Sometimes we have some visiting spirits that come along, and sometimes we have some unusual things happening. We had one of our actors a couple years ago was reported to be a medium, and so.
How about extra large?
Are you? I think I am too.
Waka waka.
She portrayed a medium.
Anna
Anna Christine.
I thought we were talking about costume size here.
She.
You like that one?
Oh dear. So after the tour was over, the folks from the carriage said to me, this was the oddest thing. This has never happened to us. But in that one particular stop, the horses were very anxious. They pawed the ground. They kind of didn't want to stay put. They wanted to keep going. There was no danger involved. But so we thought, well, that's interesting. And I said, well, what if I'd like to see that? What happened? So, long story short, we did the tour. We went around, stopped at that spot.
Same
Nothing
thing?
from the horses.
Oh, nothing.
Nope.
It was just
They
a
were
one time.
calm and quiet. But so that spirit reportedly was gone then, and the horses were fine. But it makes a wonderful anecdote, and
Right.
every time, oh wow, you know. So
This could be the night. Okay, so so you report to this building, they check your ticket, yep, you're here, and then you're either doing the walking tour or you're in the buggy or wagon tour. So let's talk about the walking tour to start with. So how's that work?
The walking tour will probably take approximately 45 minutes to an hour. I mean, we take you around slowly, of course. But each character is probably going to be about, I would say, about 7 minutes. They're
7 minutes? Oh, I gotta cut my script. No, I always say I talk fast and listen quick.
It's about a 7 minute dissertation of the person, and they're actually in character when you go there.
Right.
So if you know the person and you're like, "Hey, hi, how
they
you
don't
doing?"
say anything.
They're not going to say anything back to you because they are in character.
Right.
But you're going to go from person to person. And you'll be guided through, and like I said, you'll have little tidbits of history as you walk from character to character. So there's going to be six characters. It sounds like there should be more, but
That's a lot.
It is a lot.
Well,
and once
if you figure 7 minutes per person and you're walking in between there, that's
and
almost
walking
an hour.
in between,
Yeah.
so that's about an hour. So be prepared. Wear good
And the weather
walking
looks good.
shoes. Yeah.
We haven't had rain for like 7 months, and it does look like we're going to get more rain next month either.
Right.
hopefully not.
That would put a real damper on our little tour, that's for sure. But you'll have there'll be lanterns,
Right.
battery-powered lanterns that really light up the way, and it's just a relaxing time. I haven't heard anybody.
As soon as the sun goes down, it does change.
It
The
does
feel
change.
Yeah, it does.
The feel is very different there. I know that.
It does.
And I would recommend too for those that are going to bring a light jacket, right?
Yes.
Because it gets a little kind of damp and
Even if
dewy in
it's
there.
right, even if
Yeah.
it's a warm day,
Yeah.
when that sun starts to go down, the grass is a little damp
Mm-hmm.
around you. So I would highly recommend bringing a
So you're in a
jacket
group
or a scarf.
So are you in a group of how many? 10, 15 people walking? Something like that?
Yeah, something like that, 10
Mm-hmm.
people. Sometimes we did have a very large crowd last year. We had like 20 people show up
Yeah.
for the
Okay.
one. Sometimes there are tickets still available. We don't encourage you to just show up, but sometimes we do have extra tickets.
We wouldn't turn anyone away.
Yeah,
Certainly.
we won't turn you
Okay,
away.
and then the carriage ride, what's involved with that? So let's say I bought a ticket for the carriage. So what happens then? You go to the building again,
Go to the
check in.
building and you'll climb up on the carriage. Of course,
Okay.
someone will help you. It's easy to get up there because there's a couple steps.
Mm-hmm.
So, but someone will be able to help you up if you have a little unsure about the 2 steps that go up. And it's a really nice. Oh, you can see the wagon right now.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have your tour guide there. There's Christy Herbst, actually. I can see her right there in the pink.
yeah.
And she sits right up behind the driver. And she also does little historical tidbits as you're going from character to character. And in fact, there's Doc right there
Here I am
on the screen now.
Yep.
That was the first year, I believe.
Yeah, that was a great character. That was Austin Smith.
Yeah. He was quite the orator.
He
and
was.
loud. He was very loud.
He was a.
Okay,
He
so
loves-
it's basically the same thing as the walking tour, but it's just a little different because you're riding around with about 10 people, 12
Right.
people?
16.
Oh, 16.
16
I
yeah.
guess I didn't count before. So it's fun, and I think people enjoy that type of thing. Okay, so we haven't talked about the proceeds. So what? Where's the money go?
Well, go ahead, Marilyn.
I think, once again, the collaboration between several different entities, the theater, the library, the Cemetery Association, did I forget anybody? Historical Society. It's divided.
Okay.
So we all work
What a
at.
nice collaboration.
Yeah, it really
Perfect.
is. It really is. And once again, that's kind of where we are in Westfield with a collaboration like
Okay,
that.
a question just came through my phone. How many walking tours are there each night?
Well, there is, I have to write this down, I apologize. Usually we have 2 to 3
least
walking
3.
tours.
Okay.
And then for the carriage rides, we usually have up to 4.
Okay. So there's different times, and you can see that on screen, or whatever. Is there a phone call that people can call? Can they call the library?
They can call the library. I don't have their number,
Patterson
but it's
Library.
Patterson
And
Library.
they will have information.
And I would suggest getting your tickets soon. The carriage ride really fills up quickly. People like that. But I really personally like the walking tour. I think it's more intimate with the character, the
Right.
spirit, because you can really gather around, and it just really feels like the character really can connect with the walking tours a little bit better.
Okay, we're going to go kind of wrap up this segment here real quick. Anybody you want to do a shout out to, or any sponsors or anything like that?
Yes, we do have some sponsors, which is very, very, very nice to have. We have Johnson Estate Wineries, Basil Chevrolet, Morris Funeral Home, Holt Realty, and also CRS.
Okay.
We do have a Johnny on the spot there. Not that I want to bring that up on this, but
Well, people want to know
people
that.
would
Sure
like
they
to
do.
know.
Yeah.
It's not, you're not stranded in the middle of the cemetery. So there
Yeah.
is a Johnny on the spot there.
Okay, super. All right, ladies. Well, is there anything else you want to share about the cemetery tour?
I would just like to say that the camaraderie there is wonderful. With the wine and the cookies, folks are having a good time.
Okay.
Before and after the tour, no one wants to go home.
Okay.
So it's a great.
All right, so this is next Friday and Saturday. Fridays from 6 to 9, and Friday is 6 to 9, and then Saturday is from 5 to 8, right?
Yep, and it's givebutter.com/Westfield.
Okay. All right, Libby, we're going to ask you to step out, and we're going to take a little break, and our other guest is raring to go to talk about another fun event next weekend. So stay tuned. We'll be right back after this.
What to expect when you're expecting a teenager.
Today we're talking about how to wake up your teen, and this works literally every time.
Give kisses. Good kisses. You heard how loud
I heard. It wasn't you. It was the...
Is that bacon?
You don't have to know it all to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will love you just the same.
Okay, and that always reminds me of scenes at my house when I'm cooking. Okay, I want to welcome you to the show once again. This is the second or third time you've been on the show, right? Don McCord, who is very involved with Westfield Development Corporation. Is
Yes.
you still there?
Yes, still there. Still working on things.
And we're going to talk about another fun activity next weekend. I mean, did you guys plan to have this both the same weekend by any chance?
No, that was
Just one of those things. But I mean, it's going to be a
Just
fun-filled
happened.
day. This is
Yes.
what you're going to be doing is going to happen during the day, and the cemetery tours in the evening. So you can
Right.
have a great day in Westfield area, right?
Yeah, you can spend the whole day in Westfield.
Okay, so Don, you got a poster. So let's hold that up right now.
Sure.
Even though we have it online, we'll pop it up as we go along. So Justin, get a close-up on that thing. There we go. So Don, I'll let you introduce what we're going to talk about right now. Go for it.
Well, this is the Westfield third annual Grape
Third.
and Wine Festival, and it's really a community event that helps people make memories and brings people together.
Okay.
We just think of it as having a lot of fun, and at that point, we're just inviting others to come and have fun with us.
Okay. Not too long ago, I've had some folks here from the Grape Discovery Center. I had Melissa Badamy talking about her products with grapes. So why Grape and Wine Festival? Give us the background on it.
Well, I mean, Welch's is, originated in Westfield. That was the original plant for Welch Foods. So
1897, Charles Welch.
That's right. Yep,
I remember all my. Remember, I was him for like 2 nights.
So, Westfield considers itself the grape juice capital of the world.
Yeah.
So it just made a perfect fit for us to do this.
Okay. Yesterday, I think I saw George Borrello on Facebook, and he was stomping on grapes.
Just stomp it. Yep.
So I think just throughout the lakeshore, grapes are everything. Marilyn, you're a grape farmer, eh?
Was.
Was. Well, all right, you have great experience with
Since
grape farming.
retired, yes.
I'm the smallest grape farmer in Chautauqua County. I have 6 vines. And they're doing quite well, I might add. So this is grape country, and you mentioned wine in this. So what's with the wine? Is it a big wine area?
Well, it is. And, you know, Westfield is just fortunate enough to be in the center of the wine trail. We have a lot of traffic. We have a lot of wineries. You know, Johnson Estate, Mazza with 5 and 20, 21 Bricks. So, and we have a lot of smaller wineries.
Yeah, all up and down.
Sunset.
Yeah.
You know,
up and down 5 and 20, all through that area. And as I'm told, we go all the way down into like Harbor Creek area, all the way up to Silver Creek. Maybe
Right.
Harbor Creek is too far, but down into Pennsylvania anyways, all along Lakeshore. This is grape country, folks, if you're new to the area. So what was the whole idea with the Grape and Wine Festival year one? What was your goal? What was your mission?
The mission was exactly what I said. The mission is to have a community event. I often tell people, perhaps my wife has had me watch too many Hallmark movies. It's just that kind of opportunity to celebrate the harvest,
there you go.
Celebrate our farmers, and also at the same time bring the community together in a way that just, you know, does something that we don't do a lot of, and that's bring people together.
You know, Marilyn is a mover and shaker. I always call you that. And somehow I always get roped into things that you do. And but one of the things that I actually enjoy is your annual Christmas parade. And I've announced, I think, 3 of them or more of them. I don't even remember how many I've done now. But when you see, you know, people gathering in the streets, and it's, I know it might sound kind of schmaltzy, but it takes me back to my childhood, you know, where things were community-based, you know, and somehow or another we've gotten away from that, you know. The small town ended up at the mall rather than the other way around, and now I see it kind of returning to a lot of communities where there's parades, where there's festivals, there's farmers markets and all the good things. So that's really cool. So what's going to happen at the Grape and Wine Festival this year?
Well, it's really got a huge amount of activities. We're the first day on Friday, we don't start until 3 o'clock, but that day we're trying to heavily involve the school. Kids will be doing grape stomping contests. Teachers will be doing grape stomping contests. We have a...
Wait a minute, you said teachers?
We have a few teachers who are going to step up to the plate and actually compete against each other.
So what involved with that? I mean, you talked to me and I said, oh no. So I mean, what is the competition? What do they have to do?
The competition is they just have to stomp grapes for 3 minutes. And we're going to measure the juice that they produce.
What?
And
they stand in a barrel or something?
Yeah, we have a half barrel and half a wine barrel. Anyways, it's
George Burrell let the team down, I heard. Sorry, George.
I know. George said he's not a champion grape stomper.
Is there any skill to this? Do we know? Speed or something, or big feet, or
I think the size of your feet would help.
Yeah, bigger feet might help.
Okay, so there's one event. So what time is that going to be at?
The grape stomping will be in between 4:30 and 6.
Okay.
And we have a musical band that's going to be there that night. It's the DTO.
Oh, I know them. Okay, sure.
Yeah, they're a great group. We'll have wine tasting. We'll have kids events. For the kids, we'll have grape juice tasting, different types of grape juice. You know how some people do a flight of wine?
Yep.
Well, there'll be a flight of grape juice.
Okay, let's talk about that. So obviously Concord, but what else are they going to sample?
Well, there's going to be white grape juice. But
So that'd be your Niagara.
Yeah.
See how knowledgeable I am, Marilyn?
There also can be a difference in flavor even sometimes amongst the Concord. So we'll let the kids try to figure that out.
And I know that some people are doing some French hybrids, you know, and it has a totally different flavor. So cool. All right, so let's start from the beginning of the day. How's that?
Sure.
What time did the event start?
The event starts on Friday the 19th at 3 o'clock.
Okay, so what happens at 3 o'clock?
At 3 o'clock, we're just getting people acclimated, getting things rolling. We've got the wine tasting going on. We've got the kids' tent occurring.
Patterson
Library will have activities occurring. There'll be a movie at the Patterson Library for the kids.
Okay.
And then we'll roll into the grape stomping at 4:30.
On Friday?
On Friday.
Okay. Okay, now we've done the first no-no in broadcast. Where is this taking place?
No, it's a combination. It's taking place in Moore Park and at the Grape Discovery Center.
All right, so let's give some directions for people that may not know all these terms. Sure. Moore Park is right smack dab in the middle of Westfield, at 20 and 394, right?
Yes. Right.
And at the light, basically, and you can see the McCord mansion, and you can see the beautiful park there. And so there can be tents set up and stuff.
There'll be tents set up. You can't miss us.
Okay. So
it's a rain or shine event. It doesn't matter if it rains. We have plenty of tents to cover people.
All right, so that's Moore Park, and those things are going on. And then you mentioned the Grape Discovery Center. All right, they were on not too long ago, so let's refresh people's memory where that is.
It's 8503 West Main.
So out Route 20 towards Ripley on the left. And you can't miss it, really. It's a beautiful facility. Used to be a
car dealership.
A Ford car dealership, for those of you that are old enough to know that. But it's a great place. And this is free of charge, right? All this is free.
Everything is free of charge.
All right. So starting at 3, there's wine tasting, kids tent, movie at the Patterson. And you said grape stomping from 4:30 to 6:30.
Yes.
All right. So what do they win? Anything?
They just are winning certificates and prizes. You know,
so they got bragging rights. I squished the most grape juice in all of Western New York that day. Okay. And then what's going on at the Grape Discovery Center at that time?
It's the Grape Discovery Center it has a museum at the Grape Discovery Center that explains the history of the grape industry. And they have a beautiful gift shop also. So and they'll be open till 5 that day.
Okay.
Wine tasting too there.
Okay. And we just had a show, folks, on this, so if you want to go back on my YouTube channel and look up the Grape Discovery Center, Lori was here, and you can learn all about that. And if you haven't been to the Grape Discovery Center, you're missing something. It's really, really cool there. All right, so what time does things end on Friday?
8 p.m.
All right, so the band is playing during that time, is it? All right, so DTO is playing from what time to what time?
They're playing from 5 to 8.
5 to 8. And where are they playing?
In the gazebo.
Okay, so one of my favorite places in the whole world. I've played there I don't know how many times. I can't even remember, probably a dozen times anyways. It's just great. And so that's at the gazebo, all right. So that sounds like a really fun afternoon. Now, parking is, sometimes people say, oh, where do I park? So what are we doing on that?
We have parking lots on Elm Street. We also have the old Welch Foods parking lot down below. We'll have signs directing people down there.
There's parking behind most of the buildings on 20.
And on 20.
Okay, and they can just park wherever, right?
Right.
Okay, so just to kind of give people information. All right, so that takes care of Friday pretty much.
Yeah.
All right, let's talk
That's
about
our slow day.
That's a slow day. But that's going to be a fun day. All right, so Saturday, what's happening Saturday the 20th?
Well, Saturday, to kick the day off, we're having a harvest pancake breakfast at the Methodist Church on Main Street.
Yeah.
That starts at 7 a.m. It is free to farmers. That's, the
How do you prove you're a farmer?
We'll take your word.
So pancakes, okay.
Yeah, a pancake breakfast from 7 to 10.
All right, so for people that are not farmers, what's the cost?
$5 per person.
Wait a minute, $5 for pancake breakfast? That's like a bargain.
Yes,
It is.
Wow.
It was meant to be a bargain so that families could come out and enjoy the time.
Okay, and who's sponsoring it? The church, or is it everybody involved?
It's a little bit of everybody. A lot of our local sponsors that are sponsoring the Grape Festival are providing things.
Okay.
Johnson Estate is helping out with some of the food,
Excellent.
but the church is also
Great.
making.
Okay, so that's from 7 to 10, okay?
That's from 7 to 10. From 10 until 5, we have a long list of items. I'll have to take out my list here. Over in the park or the Grape Discovery Center, I'll start with the Grape Discovery Center. At the Grape Discovery Center, all day long, we will have vineyard tours.
Okay.
So they put people on a wagon and take them actually through the vineyards and explain what's happening with the grapes and the whole process.
People don't have any idea how grapes grow. I still remember my dad, who I thought was pretty worldly, didn't realize that grapes had flowers because they're so tiny you don't even see them.
Yeah.
So I know when you're doing a tour, it's going to be very educational, to say the least. Okay.
So They also, at 1 o'clock, will have the blessing of the grapes.
Okay.
And from 2 to 5, they'll have music on the patio.
I played there too, man.
Okay. So,
I love all these things. So, do we know who's playing?
I don't know who's playing out at the Grape Discovery Center.
Okay. That's okay.
But
it's always good quality music.
They have wine tasting out there also, as well as.
And this is all free?
It's all free.
Jeez, $5 breakfast and the rest is free. Keep going. Okay.
So back at the park, we have a lot of contests going on during the day.
All right.
We actually have 2 grape stomping contests, one for kids, one for adults.
Okay, what time's the kids?
The kids' grape stomping contest will be at 10 o'clock.
Okay.
The adults' grape stomping contest will be at noon.
Okay. So how do they sign up? Just right then and there?
Right then and there.
I got to ask the obvious question. I mean, do you wash your feet ahead of time?
Oh.
How's that work?
Well, we don't really.
No.
We don't save the juice.
This is just an activity, and don't worry about the rest.
Yeah.
All right.
This is an experience.
No, the health department would not be happy.
In my kickoff.
Remember, I'm part Sicilian, so this is something my family, I'm sure, did at one time.
In my kickoff, I said we are creating memories.
Yeah.
And this is an experience that you wouldn't do everywhere else.
Okay. All right. Keep going. So we got the adult stomping.
Yeah, so after the kids' grape stomping, we're going to have a grape pie eating contest.
Oh, I got to jump in on this. So I get this call the other day, and Don calls me, and we're talking. He said, "Would you be interested?" Well, I said, "Well, I can't do that, but I am going to be the announcer for the grape pie grape pie?
The grape pie baking contest.
Baking contest. So I will be part of the whole deal that day. I am so excited, and I really like grape pie, by the way.
Really?
Oh yes. I hope to get a little taste.
Well,
of it.
I hope these the people that are doing the grape pie eating contest like grape pie also. But
so this is at 1 o'clock.
No, at 10:30. We have four age groups.
All right.
Last year we didn't. We had older, adults and some children that were a little bit older. But a lot of the younger kids wanted to do it last year.
Okay. So there's different tiers of this,
yeah.
right?
So
because I'm doing the older ones must be.
Yeah. At 10:30 we will start with the kids that are 6 to 8.
Okay.
And then we'll do it only takes about 15 minutes total. Then we'll do the 9 to 12, and then 13 to 17, and then the adults will be at 11:30 doing the grape.
So I'm on at 11:30?
No. Actually, the pie baking contest.
Oh, I'm doing a different one.
Yeah, is at 1.
Oh, so what does that do?
Well, that folks have a chance to bake a grape pie, and we have 5 judges from around the county that are different chefs and so on, that actually look at appearance and taste and the crust and make a decision.
This is like the cooking stick.
It is. It is. And new this year, and this is kind of exciting, not everybody is comfortable with making a pie.
Yeah.
For some reason, that's intimidating. I think it's a lot to do with the crust. But so we're having an alternative grape dessert contest also.
Okay.
That's sponsored by Wanderlust.
Okay.
So.
Perfect. Don, I know this seems hard to believe, but we're down to like the last minute, so quickly go through the rest of the activities.
Okay, I will do that. We're going to have grape cooking classes with Aaron Holt. We'll have a grape pie baking not contest, but class. And we have we will have some wine tasting classes and a wine competition, as well as live music on Saturday.
And who's that? Do we know?
We know Ron Fitch will be doing that. A nice woman named Jamie will be playing guitar.
Super.
So
will there be vendors and food trucks?
And
or
there
like
will
that?
be vendors.
All that sort. So it's going to be a very festival kind of a day. All right. Is there a phone number in case anybody wants more information or anything like that?
Sure. If anybody wants more information, call 716-753-6103, or go to the webpage, the Westfield webpage, www.westfieldny.com/living there, and just look for the Grape Festival tab.
Okay. And for the library number, in case for the cemetery tour, it's 716-326-2154. I got that information as we were speaking. Anything else you want to say to wrap things up?
No, we're just looking forward to seeing a lot of folks there. Come on down and have a great time.
I'm really excited about being the master of ceremony for that part.
A dream come true.
I'll put that on my resume. Folks, that's September 19th and 20th during the day. Cemetery, September 19th, 20th at night. all day festivities.
And breakfast in the morning.
And breakfast in the morning for $5 at the Methodist Church. Well, Marilyn and Don and Libby, thanks for joining me today. I think we're just about out of time. I don't know. Usually I get a heads up, but I thank you for doing all these activities. And like I said, some of this kind of takes me back when I was a kid, where you would just enjoy getting out on the streets and seeing things and hanging out with your friends and memories. So individual tents in McCord Park, and vendors, and will there be people selling arts and crafts and things like that?
Right. Okay. We have around 25 vendors doing that.
Okay, wow. So rain or shine. Okay. Anything you want to add, Marilyn?
And truly a family event.
Okay.
That's one of our main goals, was to something for everyone.
All right. So, folks, I hope you check this out next weekend, and I know we're going to be ending up here real quick, so I just want to thank you for joining us today. There's the music. I was just waiting for the music to come in. We're going to do this all next Saturday morning here on Access Chautauqua. That would be Spectrum 1301. Remember, we're on Facebook for the next 30 days. You can watch the streaming live part, and you can always watch us forever and ever on YouTube, as long as YouTube is still around. See you next Saturday from 9 to 10 on Doc Hamels. Have a great weekend, and next weekend have a Grape weekend. Take care. Bye-bye now.